Welcome. Welcome, my dear friends. Myself, Professor Dr. Rajendra Raghuvir Deshpande, would like to welcome you all in my Ayurveda Academy YouTube channel. Today's lecture is also related with the subject physiology. Actually, this topic, plasma protein, is very important for the examination point of view and also for the practice. So this topic is always asked for SAQ, short answer question of 5 marks, to the BAMS students, the homeopathy students, BHMS, and BPTH student, that is physiotherapy. So my dear, all these faculty members, not only this, but also from the naturopathy or the MBBS students, they are getting benefited by my simple and lucid language explanation about the physiology topics. So today we will discuss about the plasma proteins. I am MD in Ayurvedic medicine and MD in Ayurvedic physiology. For paid online consultation and paid online classes, you can definitely WhatsApp me on 9226810630. So let us start to discuss about the plasma proteins, important topic. Blood proteins, they are also called as a plasma protein. So blood proteins and plasma proteins is not the separate thing. These are the same thing. Are proteins present in the blood plasma because plasma is a part of the blood. Okay. They serve many different functions. Proteins, as you know, what we eat are always having the three proximal principle of foods. Rather, there are 6 proximal principles of food, that is proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water. Amongst these, what we eat with the pulses and all these dry fruits, etc., we get the proteins, but they are also converted to the amino acids, and then from these amino acids, the liver converts all these again remanufacturing of amino acids in a biological assimilated form. Okay, so these are the plasma proteins. They serve the different functions in our body. For example, transport of the lipids, fatty substances, transport of the hormones, transports of the vitamins, and transport of the minerals. And functioning also, they work very strongly with the immune system. Okay, other blood proteins, some proteins also work as enzymes. So hormones, enzymes, they have the basic structure of the proteins, complement components, protease inhibitors, and the kinin precursors. Contrary to the popular belief, we have the belief that hemoglobin is a blood protein, but actually it is carried within the red blood cells rather than the blood serum. They are present in the RBCs. Okay. Now, there are 4 important plasma proteins that can be asked for the MCQ also. MCQ is one of the new addition in the BMS course from 2022. In the examination, you will get MCQ, multiple choice question, SAQ, and LAQ, long answer question. So in MCQ, these proteins can be asked: serum albumin, serum globulins, and next we will see the fibrinogen and prothrombin. So these 4 names you must remember. Let us start to discuss about serum albumin. This is maximum in amount. 55% of the blood protein is a major contributor to maintaining the, what is the function? Oncotic pressure of the plasma. We will make some another video, what is oncotic pressure of the plasma, which is related with the Oedema pathology. But that I am going to discuss afterwards. Okay. So oncotic pressure of plasma, and also helps as a carrier in the transport of lipid and transport of the steroid hormones, for example, the testosterone. Okay, so serum albumin is a very important plasma protein. Number 2, globulins. Globulins nearly having the 38% of the blood proteins and transport. Here they can transport the lipid and steroid hormone. The globulin carry the transport of ions and transport of some another type of the hormones and lipids. These globulins are very much important for the immunity of the body. Remember, globulins are the role having the immune system. Okay, fibrinogen and prothrombin both are related with the blood clotting process. Whenever there is a trauma, the blood should get stopped. Okay, so fibrinogen comprises 7% of the blood proteins. Conversion of fibrinogen to the insoluble fibrin is essential for blood clotting. Gen means genesis. The formation of fibrin is depend on the how much protein is present in your blood or the body. Fibrinogen is very important. Prothrombin, before the formation of thrombus, a clot, there is one protein required which is called as a prothrombin. So fibrinogen and prothrombin, these plasma proteins are mainly concerned with the blood clotting mechanism. Okay, plasma proteins, the remainder of the plasma proteins, I have already discussed the percentage. Very small amount has been remained, and that are regulatory proteins like for enzymes, proenzymes, and the hormones. These are the category where the other type of the proteins are involved. all blood proteins are synthesized in liver, again for MCQ purpose. Except, what is exception? Gamma globulins are not manufactured in the liver, mind well. So all proteins are manufactured in the liver except gamma globulin. Exception is very important for the MCQ purpose. Now let us see the normal values. When we check our blood, total proteins comes 7.3 grams per 100 ml. DL means 100 ml. Serum albumin is 4.7 gram per 100 ml. Serum globulin is 2.3 gram per 100 ml. Fibrinogen is 0.3 gram per 100 ml. Ratio in between albumin and globulin, this is very important, that is AG ratio, albumin and globulin ratio. This is an important indicator of some diseases, especially disease of the liver, disease of the kidney. There, this albumin globulin ratio changes. The normal should be 2:1. Albumin is more and globulin is little bit less. Okay. Examples of some specific blood proteins rather than 4 important. This is a pre-albumin, then alpha-1 antitrypsin, alpha-1 acid glycoprotein, alpha-1 phytoprotein, alpha-2 macroglobulins, gamma globulins, and beta-2 macroglobulin. Now, examples of another list. There is very small fractions of amount these proteins are present, but hepatoglobin, then ceruloplasmin, then complement of component 3, complement component 4, C-reactive protein. This is very, very important. Don't forget this CRP. This test is many times performed in the laboratory investigation, especially in the chronic illnesses. I remember the rheumatoid arthritis is one of the important where the chronic inflammatory process is taking place. So C-reactive protein indicates if the values are high, there is a chronic inflammatory pathology in the patient's body. Okay, this is a very good indicator. CRP test is very important for your practice. Then lipoproteins, the styromicrons, VLDL, very low density, LDL and HDL. You know this HDL cholesterol is called as a good cholesterol and LDL is called as a bad cholesterol. But here we are not talking about fats. We are talking about the union of the fat and proteins. They are called as a lipoproteins. Then transferrin is related, prothrombin and MBL or MBB. Okay. Now, let us see the 12 important functions of plasma proteins. This can be the separate SAQ. Okay. So, for MCQ, you should remember the 4 names of the plasma proteins. Here, you should remember the functions. Number 1, maintains the oncotic pressure. That is the Stirling's process. I think I have mentioned already that separate discussion to understand the pathology and edema of Hypo-Albunemia. I will discuss in some another video. You can check those particular videos. Provide the humoral immunity. Gamma globulins are not produced in the liver, but they are from the plasma cells. Then helps the coagulation process. As I have explained, fibrinogen, prothrombin, and other clotting factors, these proteins are essential for the blood clotting. Okay. Maintain the viscosity of the blood, especially fibrinogen. Again, for MCQ purpose, fibrinogen is responsible for maintaining the viscosity of the blood. 5th is a transport. Albumin binds to hormones like T3, T4, thyroid hormones, free hormones, SOS, and also transport of metals and the drugs. Act as a buffer and maintain the blood pH. Synthetic function is there, especially the hormones erythropoietin is very much essential for the process of RBC manufacturing, that is erythropoiesis. Protein stores in the blood for the energy purpose and muscle growth. Next function is the determination of erythrocyte sedimentation rate, Rowlex formation. This is again separate video because whenever ESR is the erythrocyte sedimentation rate, this is not a diagnostic test. This is a prognostic test. Again, for the tuberculosis, rheumatoid arthritis, this ESR is always raised. Then reservoir, plasma proteins are work as a reservoir for binding the iron copper hormones. Then determination of the blood group, as you know, the antigen A, antigen B, antigen AB, that is another video of my blood group. You can check those particular videos. Then helps in the metabolic process. Plasma proteins are necessary for regulation of metabolism. Now, next important practical application is plasmapheresis. Okay, plasmapheresis is used as a blood purification procedure for an effective temporary treatment. Temporary is very important. Autoimmune diseases. This is the therapeutic plasma exchange. In an autoimmune disease, the immune system, what is happening? Immune system attacking on the self-body tissues without understanding that this is my body. Okay, so through the antibodies. The antibodies that are, of course, they are proteins in nature, circulate in the bloodstream before attacking the target tissues. Plasmapheresis is used to remove these antibodies, which are a culprit. They are the victims that they attack, they make the chaos in our body. So these bad antibodies, which are unnecessary form in our body, can be removed by plasmapheresis method. Through plasmapheresis is used to remove antibodies from the blood. It cannot prevent the production of repeated antibodies by the immune system of the body. So it is not at all a cure for that particular disease. So it can provide a temporary benefit by protecting the tissues from the antibodies. The patient must go for repeated session of this treatment. Then plasmapheresis, but is regularly used in the myasthenia gravis because this is autoimmune disease causing the muscle weakness. Thrombocytopenic purpura, this is also having the bleeding problems. Then para proteinemic peripheral neuropathy, dysfunction of the peripheral nervous system due to an abnormal immunoglobulins called as a paraprotein. These are the abnormal immunoglobulins. These are the paraprotein. Okay. Then plasmapheresis, this particular management is also used for chronic demyelinating polyneuropathy, neurological disorders characterized by the progressive weakness and impaired sensory function of the legs and arms due to the damage of myelin sheath in peripheral nerves. Okay. Then Guillain Barré syndrome, autoimmune disease causing the weakness, abnormal sensations like tingling in the limbs and paralysis. Here also we use the plasmapheresis. My dear friends, I hope that you have enjoyed this particular plasma protein topic in a very simple and lucid language. 4 types of the plasma protein, then some traces are there of plasma protein, 12 functions of the plasma proteins, and the practical applicability. If there is autoimmune disease and you want to remove these antibodies, then plasmapheresis can be used as a temporary management. I request all of you to like this video, share this video, and please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel to get such type of interesting videos in a very simple and lucid language for BMS, BHMS, MBBS, and all these medical faculty students. I wish all the best. Take care and bye-bye, and see you in the next video. Thank you very much.